we got Nick Brahms here, and our first question will come from Jason Caldwell.
Nick, after the game the other night, Bo talked about comfort level and all the way from, obviously the offense itself, but from, checking protections, doing those things. How much different does it feel week by week as the more you play in this offense?
It does feel a lot more comfortable week by week because you see every team does a lot of things different, but a lot of them do the same stuff. And so, whenever it's a new week, you're like, oh, I've seen this before, and so you kind of know how to react to it. And the coaches really do a good job of preparing us for that. And if there is a new wrinkle in a new defense, then they explain it well to us, and then we can communicate that to everyone else.
All right, up next is Jordan Hill.
Nick, after the Ole Miss game, Brandon talked to us and talked about the improvements he feels like that's happened in pass protection has been because of the chemistry. Just you guys playing more together. Just what's sort of your take on that? How much that has helped playing together as far as pass protection?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Brandon, he's been a key part in that too. Really, all the guys have, because they see stuff that maybe I don't see sometimes, and they tell me, and then I can make adjustments based on that. And so they feel comfortable doing that with me, and I let them do that with me. Let me know something if I don't see it, and so I don't know if that happens a lot or not, but I'm joking. But no, yeah, we're all comfortable together, and it really helps out in that way.
Our next question is from Alvaro Torres.
Hi, Nick. I hope you're having a great day.
Thank you.
Well, Texas A&M has one of the best red zone defenses in the FBS. What would you say are the main challenges they pose in that area, and how do you think you match up with them, having one of the best red zone offenses yourself?
Yeah, Texas A&M, definitely one of the best defenses that we're going to play, that we've played so far. And they're big on the offensive, on the defensive line, and I think we match up well with them on the offensive line. We want to get our run game established, and we know we're going to have to do that up front, and it starts with us. And so, really just getting that going, and then in the red zone, really just running the football in is a big key to this game, and pass it whenever we have the opportunities to.
All right, Tobias Wilborn.
Hey, Nick, how's it going, man? Thanks for the time, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And shout out to your barber, man.
I appreciate that.
I gotta get mine right, man.
Yeah, sports clips.
Appreciate it. But from there, man, what have you noticed different last week with Tank Bixby? He seemed to be a lot more authoritative in his run. What did you notice being lined up next to him, obviously?
Yeah, Tank comes with it every week. I know some people thought he was maybe in a funk for a little bit, but I think Tank brings the energy every week. He brings that same fire every week to run the football hard, and that's his goal. And he definitely accomplished it last week. I mean, he had a heck of a game running the football, and so he wants to carry that over in the next games and to finish out the season, obviously. But he's always focused, ready to go, man, and he's really a big energy guy for us, the offensive line, like getting, we're going and rolling, but whenever Tank gets fired up, the offensive line gets fired up too, and vice versa. We fire Tank up a lot of times too. So it's really that mutual relationship between us two that really get each other going.
Can I follow up real quick? You mentioned it getting you going. Like, can you give me an example of like a play or a situation where you kind of realize like, oh, okay, he's locked in?
Yeah. Shoot, I mean, during the Ole Miss game, I just remember we were just pounding the rock, man. I remember like picking him up off the ground, and he was like screaming at me. He's like, "Let's go," that kind of thing. And it's just like that type of energy is just contagious, and it carries over into the next series and stuff. So, yeah, that's a big part of it.
All right, our next question is from Tom Green.
Hey, Nick. I know you guys as a team kind of preach that 1-0 mentality every week, but with the calendar turning to November and the college football playoff rankings coming out last night, have you guys just kind of discussed it all, kind of big picture, taking a step back and discussing what you guys still have to play for this month
No, I don't think so. I think we're just focused on winning the next game. We're focused on winning this week, and then after this week, we're focused on finishing the next week, and we're focused on our opponents and just doing everything we can to win the game. And then everything else will take care of itself. You know, we're going to put ourselves in that situation at the end of the season, hopefully. So that's our goal, and you know, we're going to put all our effort into 1 week at a time.
All right, our next question is from Philip Marshall.
Nick, you played against Colby WOoden in practice a lot. What is it that makes him special, do you think?
Colby WOoden is a talented guy. He is someone who works hard every day, and he gives 100% effort every play. And so you definitely have to bring it when you go against him. And he's a finesse guy, but he's got some power to him, and you got to respect that as an offensive lineman. So he's a heck of a player. I'm glad he's on our team. He's an asset for sure.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have time for a couple more. Up first is Mark Murphy.
And Nick, can you talk about how the GoFundMe page is going, and if you talked to Luke's dad about it, what did he have to say to you?
Yeah, I think it's around $80,000 right now, if I remember correctly. And I get to see Luke's dad after every game, and you know, they were just almost into tears. You know, they definitely cried about it. You know, whenever I wasn't around, they told me, and they're just very gracious for everybody who donated, and the Auburn family. That, you know, it means the world to them, because he got to be able to start some medicine that has shown him some improvements. You know, he wasn't letting his family take on that burden without extra money, because she didn't want to put them into that kind of situation. So the GoFundMe allowed them to start that new medicine, and it's definitely shown them some improvements, and hopefully something new comes out here soon, and I can share that news with you guys, or Luke can, or whoever. And so, but yeah, they're very grateful.
And his dad was a longtime football coach. You guys talk football any too?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he was a longtime football coach. Yeah, we talk football all the time, you know, after games and stuff. Just love talking to him. He's a great guy. Really, you know, his vibe and presence is felt every time you're around him. You know, it's so positive. And it really rubs off on me and carries me throughout my day after I see him, you know. So.
Thanks, Nick.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have two more. First, Bennett Durando.
Hey Nick, you were sort of talking about Tank's big game last weekend. How much does the offensive line sort of take pride in that when you see a number like 140 yards for him? How do you feel like the run blocking has sort of improved these last couple weeks?
Tank, yeah, I think it's improved a lot, and I think we're putting ourselves in good situations and opening holes for Tank to hit the hole and make a play on the unblocked guy that we can't get to, you know. And so he's really good at doing that. And so if we get him to a safety or something, he's going to make a miss, and then it's an explosive play. And so that's really our goal. And yeah, it gets us fired up. Like I said, I mean, we're excited about it and looking forward to carrying it throughout the rest of the season.
All right, our next question is from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Nick. I wanted to ask you about the tight ends. Are you surprised about how many, passes they're catching right now? And have you noticed any difference in the room? I mean, are they, walking around a little bit, differently now? Maybe wearing designer clothes, sunglasses. What have you seen out of that group lately?
Yeah, I didn't know that they could catch, honestly. Those guys, I thought they were just blockers. I mean, we're trying to recruit a couple of them to O-line. Until they started catching some stuff, and then it kind of went away. But no, those guys are great, man. Especially everybody in that room is awesome. Great energy room. They've been the same the whole season. They always bring it every day. And yeah, I love those guys, man. They're great teammates, great guys, great friends, and so I'm happy to see them have success.
All right, we have two more. First, a follow-up from Jason Caldwell.
Nick, when Marcus Harris gets on campus, obviously you need a little bit about him, but have you been surprised at how quickly he was able to jump in there and become a starter and do the things he's done?
I would say I'm not surprised because I saw him in summer, and I was like, that guy looks impressive. You look at him, I mean, he looks like an SEC D lineman. He's big, he's strong. I saw him in the weight room lifting weights and stuff, and he's athletic, man. He can move. So I was surprised when he came in the summer or whenever. I can't remember if he came in the summertime. Yeah, and just looking at him, I was like, dang, that guy looks pretty good. And we were doing one-on-ones in the summertime. You could just tell right off the bat, like, hey, this guy's gonna contribute to us this year. So.
What is it about him that stands out? Is it the explosiveness, that quickness off the ball?
Yeah, it's quickness off the ball, definitely.
All right, our last one is from Philip Marshall.
Nick, I saw today that Brodarius said I think today is 5 years cancer-free.
Yeah.
Could you just talk about him a little bit, and you've seen him fight those battles and all the things he's been through and what he brings to you guys.
Yeah, Brodarius is truly like a stand-up guy, stand-up friend. He, anything you need, he'll be there for you. He's been through so much, and just being able to go through, the past 5 years with him, and just creating a relationship with him and a friendship that can't be broken. I mean, it means the world to me that he's my friend and I'm his friend, and that we can share that together. And I saw that on Twitter too, that he was 5 years cancer-free, and it made me smile, man. Just to be able to play next to that guy, it means the world to me. So, thank you.
If you have a question for him, please put it in the chat. All right, go ahead, Jordan Hill.
Colby, I want to go back to a couple years ago when you first got here with Derek and Merlin still being here. What did you kind of learn from those guys just about what you had to do and sort of the preparation that it takes to play it out?
Well, just pretty much, practice every play like it's your last. Work hard. I learned to, practice, approach the game how you want, practice how you want to play in the game, which is what I do now. Practice every day, hustle, effort, give it all, play like I'm playing on Saturday. So that way when the game comes, I'm ready for it. Coach has a saying, practice performance equals game reality, and that's 100% true. What you do in practice is what you'll do in the game. You're building habits, so just that.
All right, our next question is from Nathan King.
Colby, how much does it motivate you guys and the rest of that defensive front when Jacoby is kind of having the game like he had on Saturday?
It just motivates us a lot, to see one of our linebackers behind us flying around, making all those plays, making those tackles. It just motivates us to, get back there and get a sack or flush him too, flush the quarterback to Jacoby. It's just real electric when he makes a hit, or just, simply he's out there with us. He brings a lot of energy, ricochet rabbit. So I love playing with him.
All right, go ahead, Jason Caldwell.
Well, you guys have already played Ole Miss, Arkansas, Georgia State, Georgia, teams that line up and run the football. How beneficial is that when you get ready to play a team like Texas A&M, a team that's going to come downfield?
It's very helpful. We know how to stay in our gap, play our keys, read our keys, and play physical. That's what Coach preached all last week and keeps preaching. The most physical team wins. So for us, we just got to do not do nothing different. Just keep playing physical, keep standing in our gaps, playing our responsibilities, and seeing our keys and reacting.
All right, next is Alvaro Torres.
Hi, Colby. I hope you're having a great day. Well, is it fair to call Isaiah Spiller one of the best running backs in this class? And how does practicing with great backs, the ones you have every week, help you prepare for such an elite player?
Well, Spiller's a great back. Just practicing with some of our backs, Tank and Jarquez, it just allows us, to see what an SEC back is going to look like on Saturday. You can't replicate how elusive and how good Spiller is. So just seeing those guys every day in practice allows us to see our keys, read, react, and just do what we're supposed to do. Stay in our gaps and, do what we're supposed to do.
All right, up next is Philip Marshall.
Colby, could you just talk about what brought you to Auburn originally, and just how you feel about your time here, what you gotten out of it so far?
What brought me to Auburn, I'd have to say the family environment, as well as Coach G. Coach G, knowing what he, at the time, he had produced a lot of people and put a lot of people in the league and coached up well, and just done a great job with D-linemen until then. And my time now has been fun, learned freshman year, sitting down, learning from Derek and Marlon, taking time to, see how to approach the game, how to play it. And then last year, kind of dipping my toe in, getting acclimated, seeing how SEC balls is, how fun it can be. Pretty much just like last year was like almost refining your love for the game. Coming from high school, being that guy to, freshman year sitting down to last year playing, and you're winning, it's fun. To this year, we just keep getting better and better as the week goes on. So my time here has been great, to say the least,
All right, we have a follow-up from Jordan Hill.
Colby, I had a chance to talk to Coach Shells at Archer about you. And he talked about your junior year of high school on a punt return, your shoulder popping out of place, and you trying to go run down the ball. What do you remember about that play? What do you remember about a couple weeks later trying to come back and playing in a playoff game?
I remember coming off on my shoulder, I don't know what happened. I hit the dude and my shoulder popped out of place, and it felt funny. I'm like, this don't feel weird, but whatever. So I'm running with it, flapping in the wind, and I would try to go. I'd have got there and blocked the kick, but the dude fumbled the ball, so ended up being tackled back there. But yeah, so I had dislocated my shoulder, and then when the doctor said we'll put a brace on, you'll be able to play. Let's go. So that following playoff game, I had my best performance ever with 3 sacks and crazy amount of tackles. So I don't know, it was just fun. I couldn't leave my boys. Yeah.
All right, we have a question from Nubias Wilborn.
Colby, how you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Man, bless the highly favored, man. Can't complain about nothing, man. Just thankful to be alive. Two-parter. One, did you watch that old baseball game last night? And then tell me what your thoughts about that, but also going up against Texas A&M's defensive line. What have you kind of noticed about that group, and how important is that matchup on the court? Excuse me, offensive line. My apologies.
So of course, being from Georgia, had to watch my Braves go and win something, had to bring it home for us. That was exciting to watch. They did great win on the road, get it done on the road, and bring it on home for Atlanta. Atlanta's gonna be crazy. It's already full with traffic, but this week crazier. And then so going against Texas A&M, I think the biggest goal for us is we gotta, like I said earlier, just play our keys and stay in our gaps. The backs are patient, so we gotta stay there. Run. Biggest thing for us, get knocked back on the lineman, and once we get knocked back on the lineman, we'll be able to stay in our gaps, read, react, and just make the plays, because that's what the backs want to do. They want to come downhill, be patient, and let you get out your gap so they can attack where you're not. So we just gotta do our job and play physical, and we should be fine.
All right, our last question will be from Jason Caldwell.
Colby, when Marcus Harris got on campus, he said you were one of the guys that kind of took him under your wing a little bit, and that's a guy that potentially you might have been competing for. So what did you see out of him that made you realize we're going to need this guy right away?
I seen how hard he works. I seen the desire, the hunger. I love playing beside him. I know I got a partner in crime who's gonna be out there with me and ride with me. He's gonna do his job, do what we asked, and do more. So it's just great, playing with somebody who has exceptional pad level, strong as an ox, and knows the game, and cares about it as much as I do. So that's just fun to have, and I love playing beside him.
All right, that'll do it for Colby. Okay, everybody, we have Tyler Fromm here. Our first question will come from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Tom, talk about the tight ends as a group, how you guys are coming along, and how much you guys can improve the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, all of our tight ends have been involved heavily with this offense, and I think it's been a really good change for us. And personally, we enjoy it a lot. We look forward to becoming a solid, I guess, aspect of the offense.
All right.
Let me ask you about Luke Deal, guy who played other positions in high school. How's he coming along, and what kind of teammate is Luke?
Oh, Luke's one of the best teammates you can ask for. It's just a guy that'll fight for you. He's going to work hard every day. He's going to have a good mentality about it, and it's just definitely a guy you always want on your side.
Thanks.
All right, our next question is from Alvaro Torres.
Hi, Taylor. I hope you have a great day. Well, kind of Mark stole my question, but I'm going to follow up with how can you describe the relation between the tight ends and how has evolved along the season? Sorry.
Good.
What is about the chemistry in the group?
I'm not sure if you can ask anybody else, but if you do ask anybody else, I guess for us, we would say that we're definitely the tightest group. We're always with each other. Our relationships with each other are just awesome. We always want the best for each other. Always pushing each other to be the best and to keep working harder. So yeah, our chemistry right now is super solid. We're just always happy to be with each other.
All right, up next is Tom Green.
Hey Tyler, Nick was in here a few minutes ago and said that before this season he didn't know any of you guys could actually catch the ball in the tight end room.
That's right.
I guess what was your reaction when if he's ever said that to you guys, to your face? And I guess just what's it been like to for all of you guys to be involved the way you have? I know John Samuel Shanker earlier in the season was kind of more heavily involved, but now it seems like all of you guys are getting your time to shine in that offense.
Yeah. I hope Nick was joking about that because he gets to see what we do in practice every day. But no, it's just been awesome to just be more, I guess, valuable part of the offense and to be more involved with it. It's been it's just been fun for all of us. John Samuel Shanker's just had a heck of a year so far, and we just want to keep that going. And we're just excited as a tight end group that we could all play a role in this offense.
All right, our next question is from Tobias Wilborn.
Hey, Tyler, how's it going, brother?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I can't complain, man.
Awesome.
Just living the dream, bro. From there, man, walk me through. You guys did a lot of 3 tight end sacks and
Yeah.
2 tight end sacks. Tell me how that helps with the running game, but also helps you guys get open for passes as well. Thank you for the time.
Yes, sir. It's just been fun to have a 12 and 13 personnel, and just knowing that all the tight ends get a chance to play and have a part of it. I think it just opens up the door. Because if we're only in there for run games, and obviously, and the defense is gonna figure that out. But since all the tight ends have been a huge part of both run and pass, it's just been a good part, good balance for, I guess, tight ends to be involved.
All right, up next is Jason Caldwell.
You mentioned how close the tight end group is.
Yes, sir.
I know you guys are really close to your quarterback as well. You and Lee especially hang out with Bo a lot.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this kind of thing coming for him when you saw this offense, knowing that it was a really good fit for him mentally, physically, all the things he could do?
Yeah, no. I think he's. I think right now just being just more comfortable, more confident. I just love the way he's playing right now. I think this offense is a good change for him. He's been playing hard. I think he's enjoying it a lot, and I think it's been a good change for Bo. And of course we're always with each other anyway, so it's good.
For you guys as tight end group to be a big part of
Yeah.
this offense and to see it progress and to be able to do it with him, does it make it even more special?
Oh yeah. I just especially for me, I just love playing football, and just to see I guess the tight end group as a whole play a role in this offense, and I was a roommate with Bo for 2 years, and it's just special to be on the field with him and get the chance to play with him.
All right, we have a follow-up from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Tyler, could you talk about Texas A&M's defense, what you're expecting from them, and what type of game you can expect on Saturday, too?
Well, you're going to see, they're a physical bunch. They're fast, and you're just going to see, them play hard, and you can expect a game where, it's going to be, obviously the most physical team's going to win. So, we're going to go over there and try to bring it, and we're going to expect a good bunch to play hard against us.
And our last question is from Nubias Wilborn.
Oh, geez, no pressure, Kendra.
Right.
But the follow-up earlier, last couple games, he's thrown to double-digit receivers.
Yeah.
What does that mean for all you guys, keeping you involved? Does that help you get engaged in the blocking and other things as well?
Yeah, no, I think just being, just having the ball thrown all around, it helps us out a lot. That just gives us I guess a bigger role to play in this offense, and so I guess the more people he throws to, then it's just more more options for the offense.
All right, we actually have one more from Ian Vivona.
Hi Tyler, you were on the receiving end of one of Nick's escapable plays, and now it's
No.
you. Can you kind of take us through the mind of what goes through your head when you see Bo make those kind of plays?
Oh my gosh! Well, I can tell you that that halfway through my route, I was already in awe that he was still going, and that kind of drove me to keep on running, playing hard, because with him you just never know what could happen, and just his athletic ability, his drive, he plays hard, and tell you what, he never wants to give up until that whistle's blown. So that's what on my end, that's just what I'm gonna expect from him. So I'm gonna have to play the whistle too.
And our first question will come from Jordan Hill.
Owen, just how did it feel to be back there on the field Saturday, and how hard was it for you to have missed those last few games?
Man, it was great to be back, man. The energy was great. That is the livest that I've seen Jordan-Hare Stadium, man, with all the lights and the fireworks and stuff. So it was a great atmosphere, great game to be back. But man, it was rough. Didn't expect my year to go like this, having to miss 4 games and stuff. But it is what it is. Can't ponder on it too much, man. There's nothing I can do to go back and change it, even though I wish I could. But man, all that matters is that I'm back now, and I'm just looking forward to get better and pick up where I left off.
All right, we'll go to Alvaro Torres.
Hi Owen, I hope you're having a great day. Well, my question is, Zach Alza is probably playing his best football of the season, and their tight end, Wider Mayer, seems to be having a great season as well. What would you say is the key to stopping that passing offense?
Who was the first person you said?
Zach Alza.
Oh, Zach. Oh, yeah. I mean, really, their go-to guys are, 85, 28, and 0. So really just trying to, just doing the best we can to lock those guys down. That's going to be, we know they're a huge part of their offense, so that's going to be crucial to our game plan.
All right, we'll go to Nubias Wilborn.
Owen, first of all, good to meet you. Welcome back, man. It feels good to be out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, respect. From there, man, walk me through the last 4 weeks. What were they like for you? Who were some people who poured into you and encouraged you while you're dealing with it? And how did you stay as football ready as you could? Thank you for the time, bro.
Yeah, man, it was rough. This is actually like my first injury during the season that caused me to miss this many games. Other than like back in high school, I missed 1 game, due to a family emergency. So I don't even really count that. But as far as being hurt, this is the first time I've ever had to go through something like this. So it's foreign to me. really just talking to all my coaches and my teammates, then just, giving me words of encouragement, and the trainers too, just telling me, take it day by day, try to do everything you can to, do everything you can to get back on the field, man, get healthy. I'm still not even really fully 100% yet. It's still bothering me a little bit now, but it's not gonna get better till after the season. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm still pushing through it, doing the best I can to go out there and make plays for the team. But again, yeah, it was rough, but I knew, this is a part of the game. This is what I signed up for. So ain't nothing you can do about that. But just try to hammer treatment as much as I can and do everything I can to make sure I perform to the highest of my ability.
To follow up, how do you navigate? Obviously, you want to be out there, you want to make plays, but
Yeah.
you also got to last. How do you balance that?
Really just make them up work with what I got, man. Try to do everything I can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's ain't really much I can do about it. It's gonna come back on its own time. So yeah.
All right, we have a question from Jason Caldwell.
Owen, when you look at this Texas A&M offense, obviously you look at the backfield and those two guys. Is this? I mean, every week is important to stop the run. Does it jump out to you this week about how valuable that will be, knowing how they run the football?
Yeah, they really got a good 1-2 punch with Isaiah Spiller and I think his dude last name Archain, something like that. Two really good running backs, man. So we're gonna have to be on top of that. It's gonna be a really good matchup with me, Chandler, and Jacoby be going against those guys. All three of us gonna be at the field on the same time, man. We finally getting that package back going since I've been gone since Penn State. But it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited to see what happens. Even watching 28 specifically on film, man, he's looked like he's grown a lot since last year. Looks like he's even more shifty than he's ever been. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Just a quick follow-up for you. Marcus Harris, he said that when he first went in the portal, you and Jacoby were kind of hitting him up,
Yeah.
trying to bring him in. What was it about him that you saw that you were like, hey, this guy, we need him, he could help us?
And he's just a dog on the field, man. Really explosive. Saw, he had his highlight tape pending on his Twitter profile. As soon as I watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, man, we need this guy. So you know what I'm saying. Me and Jacoby, I think if I remember, I think Jacoby had sent this profile to me. He was like, yo, this dude in the transfer portal, let's hit him up. You know what I'm saying. From there, we hit him up, and from what we saw in the highlight tape and what had us intrigued about him, we see it every day in practice, and it's showing up on the field too on Saturdays.
All right, well, just a reminder, if you have a question for Owen, please put it in the chat. Our next is Bill Marshall.
Sorry. Owen, you and Colby WOoden came here together. What is it about him that makes him special as a player, as personally?
He's actually my roommate too, and seeing the growth that he's had from when we first got here up to now, man, I'm really proud of him, man. He's come a long way, making a lot of plays, but I've seen his ups, I've seen his downs, and knowing from where he came from is just seeing all the work that he puts in. Me and him, we go to the same trainer sometimes, so I see the work that he puts in the off season. During workout, see how hard he's going in the weight room and the extra work he gets in the film room and stuff. So it's no surprise that he's been making the impact that he's been making these past 2 years.
What have you learned about him in 2 years as a roommate that you didn't know before?
I don't know, nothing I want to say on camera, but yeah, nah, he cool, man. He cool people, man. We yeah.
All right, we have a question from Tom Green.
Hey, Owen, just with Jacoby, I know he led the country in tackles last year, but I think these last 4 games he's got like 45 tackles total. Just what have you seen from him? I guess since the start of SEC play, and then we see him tweet about the disrespect and not being included on some watch lists or being a semifinalist for awards. How much does he actually take those slights to heart?
Oh, he take it deep to heart. He talk about it. He talk about it every day, man. That's somebody who's really determined, man. Everything he says that he's gonna do, he goes out there and does it. And I actually admire him for that. But yeah, man, stuff like that, man. It's just more fuel to his fire, and it makes him want to go out there and just go even crazier. Like, shoot, if he told me I'm OP, I'm gonna go out there and have 22 tackles versus A&M, like I'm believing he probably gonna do that this week. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he's a guy with a chip on his shoulder, and he wants to make a point that to prove that he's one of the best in the country.
All right, we have a follow-up from Tobias Wilborn.
Okay, so you mentioned the roommate there. Which one of you is the messy roommate? Which one of you is clean?
Colby's the messy roommate for sure.
Is there a story you can share?
Nah, he ain't messy. He don't. I ain't gonna put my man on the spot like that. I ain't gonna put him on the spot like that. But nah, he just he has his times. I have my times. You know what I'm saying? It's not really one that sticks out for real.
Who's the cook in the crib?
Man, we both go out to eat. We don't cook for real. Plus, we get a lot of food catered in too, so we ain't gotta spend much money on food, or we just go on campus or something. You know, use our swipes. Oh yeah.
All right. Our final question for Owen will come from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Owen. Appreciate this. When you missed 4 weeks and you're a team leader and everything, how difficult was that, and why was it important for you to, go to road games and just still be involved with the team?
Yeah, it's rough, man, because being a vocal leader is cool, but no, if you're not actually out there with your brothers actually performing on the field, it kind of make you feel some type of way, like do I need to be talking sometimes? But I just had to look past that and let them know, let them know I'm doing everything on my part to be able to get back out there with them, and also just from being a really experienced guy on the team, man, whether it's Wesley out there on the field, going up to him and giving him pointers or tips on how he can get off a block quicker, things like that, or even talking to the young guys who's trying to get on the field, but they probably think that, coach overlooking me or something, just giving them words of encouragement, things like that. But really just finding anything I can do, other than the fact that I'm not being on the field, anything I can do to help is really what I've been doing, and that's what helped me, it kind of helped me get through this hard time. So, yeah.
All right, that'll do it, everybody. Our Zoom interview